up, YouTube? I hope everyone is doing well. Baby, these meetings are nothing to play with, okay? Baby, these meetings are doing the most. Hold on for a minute. Let me see my camera all right. Baby, I don't even know if I look decent today. Hold on. Let me see how I'm looking today. I'm all right. Yeah. Baby, these meetings ain't playing. Do you understand me? Uh, oh, God. Between these team meetings, these real meetings, it's just been meeting. I done used so much hand sanitizer because I done shook people's hands. But anyway, what's up, CDP? What's going on? What's up, Hypnotic Touch? What's up, Dr. Lashana Ruth Brown? What's up, you all? Oh my God! And these luncheons and all this stuff, baby. I'm so glad I'm going to the gym because, baby, I would have been like Porky Pig had I not been in that gym, baby. Because these people, oh, all of this food and stuff, so I couldn't even eat it all. So thank God for that. But yes, baby, it's a lot. I'm gonna have to get me some step bound, honey. I'm gonna have to get me some step bound. But anyway, what's been going on, you all? What's been happening? It has been really good. Still making decisions, don't know all of it, and don't care, just enjoying the ride. Today, I'm gonna let y'all come on and give a testimony or something bothering you, and you want to talk about it. We're gonna talk about it today. Um, we're gonna let you do that. My rule is, we just don't want to go backwards. We want to go forward. Amen. So anyway, and if I tell you we're going forward, not bad with that mean I'm giving you a hint that you might need to change the subject. Hallelujah. But we talking about it Thursday today. So if you're having a rough day, let's talk about it. If you're having love problems, let's talk about it. Having money issues, ain't gonna. I don't know. We ain't gonna be. We're gonna pray for you, but we'll talk about it. So that's what we're gonna do today. I feel very open to do that today. What's up, Miss Pizarro? Today, I feel very open to do that today. Well, let me start off. People like, well, Jay, your numbers went down. You at 9,000, now you back to 8, and people ain't coming over. What are you gonna do? And I'm like, nothing, nothing. I'm just gonna enjoy life. I mean, again, if you're gonna be not worried about it, you can't worry about it. But a lot of people hit me up telling me that, and I'm like, okay, and but I have meetings today. I have a team of people that I have to lead, and that's more important. And I'm excited about what's going on outside of YouTube, but I still like coming on and enjoying the people. So if that happens, it happens. But my bread and butter ain't YouTube. It's not beef sector, but um I do enjoy. Pizarro, the people gotta talk. Now, I mean, people gotta talk. But somebody brought to my attention, but I told them, you know what, it's all good. I said, if that happens, it happens. It's all good because the people who are supposed to be here are going to be here. The people who are not, they're not going to be here. It is all good. And people get all moved up like that. This ain't like Trump. Now, who y'all need to be concerned about is Donald Trump over there um, telling people, hold on, it's going to get better. And then going to tell the people, oh, okay, we getting ready to um, stop the tariffs. And them people who done bought them stocks low, child, I'm telling you, it's a mess. It's insider trading, and it's not fair. It is not fair. Empress shaking a whole lot of hands with a whole lot of hand sanitizer, baby. Maybe these people want to shake hands and they want to take you out. But it's been really good, you all. It's really been good. I'm not complaining. It has been a blessed ride, and I've been received very well. And that's what counts. I've been received very well. QT has been good to me. QT's been good to me. QT been so good to me. More than these old other convenience stores would ever be. QT has been good to me. Yes. Anyway, QT has been good to me. But so that's what's been going on, you all. But let's talk about it. What's going on in your life? Love issues, money. Are you confused? Do you have a big decision that you have to make? And like I said, I am no expert, but I try to use wisdom. I try to listen. I try to ask the right questions. And so I'm gonna need a few people to come on over here and holler at me and let me know what's going on. Now we don't need to. Well, if you want to share your business, you can. But look, nobody ain't pressing nobody. But I'm gonna let people come on. I want to thank the Urshas that's here today, Uncle Claude and Ebony and all y'all that's here today. Bless his name. Yes, yes, bless his name. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this link. And I want to thank y'all for that little old piece of change y'all gave. Now wait a minute, diving deeper said my German Shepherd tackled me today. And now baby, I don't think he did that on purpose. I think German Shepherds and them animals get real, real excited, right? Because Lyric hit me in my face. Now she didn't bust my lip, but I think she did leave a red paw mark right there. So animals do that. They do that. So I think she really loves you, and and she's a big old dog, and she got real excited. So them dogs they do stuff and they so playful and yeah, yes Lord. But my dog threw paws, put a little red mark right there. My God today. So I just think she loves you. I just think you have to let her know that not to be so playful because baby she really did that right there. My God today, yes she did. Lady, get off that daggone phone. Oh my God, she can't even wave. She got the phone up in her face. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so we thank Diving for that. That was. I hope I helped you, Diving. I hope I gave a good story to see how it correlated. I know you ain't coming up here. I ain't giving you chance. I don't know why these people think they're gonna pull up. Let me move on. Baby, I'm trying not to have road rage with these people in Texas and this crazy driving. All right, anybody else going through something, you can either type it or you can come up on the link, but however you want to do it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it Thursday. Somebody make you mad at your job? My thing is this: why people always on their phones? I mean, ooh, my God, today. My God, today. Hold on for a minute, y'all. My God. Look at Jesus. Hold on for a minute. Look at Jesus. Hallelujah. Anyway, let me keep on moving. God is, huh? God is. God is. I just saw something that was a blessing. My God. Okay, moving right along. Moving right along. Moving right along. What is it? What is it going through? God just gave me a old nasty piece of uplift, Rodney. He let me see something beautiful. He let me see something beautiful, and my spirit has been lifted, Rodney. What you doing, Rodney? How you doing? Dr. LaShawna Brew, Uncle Claude and Rodney is here. Now, Rodney, the girls say you need to do some work. Okay? They say that people be doing the offering and you always be tipping out to the bathroom. So the girls said you need to do some work, Rodney. Ooh, they said that Rodney think he's a celebrity usher now he don't gotta do nothing. That's what they saying, Rodney. You good? You like this? This old shirt. This old shirt. Okay. And my button ain't all the way up to the top. I loosen it right like him. You know what I'm saying? I loosen it right here. The button, that is. Amen. Rodney going through something. Rodney, what you going through? You want to talk about it, Rodney? You want to talk about it? You want to get it off your chest? Nobody showing up today. Only diving. Only diving. Oh my God. You know what? I can always rely on diving because baby, y'all ain't trying to do nothing. I'm gonna drop this link one more time. Y'all can even type your stuff in. Hold on, somebody. Wait, somebody done put something in the thing. Hold on, what y'all done put in this thing here? Okay. Let me put this on in here. Ushers, could y'all make sure y'all have this link? Okay. Ushers. Okay. I just put it up. Jay Wilson. I'm fine. I don't. Rodney says he don't know what y'all talking about. What y'all seeing that Rodney don't see? Because she said y'all, he don't know what y'all talking about. Rodney said y'all got him mistaken. Rodney said y'all got him mistaken with somebody else. Rodney said he's doing just fine, thank you. But in my spirit, y'all say that it's not that way. Now I could be wrong though. Now I'm telling you, but I ain't gonna push the issue. But if Rodney say he okay, I'ma believe it. I'ma believe it. Oh baby, hurry up and turn. That's how you do it. Turn. What Empress done said? Empress done said something. Rodney gonna get ran down and by threatening women. Now, I must admit, y'all, let me say this. In this B sector, people always fight. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm just speaking in general. And looking back on things, you fought with everybody. It was equal opportunity fight. But if you got a good roast and gag or cut somebody out real good, then it was, oh, you coming against women. And I just think it's equal opportunity. I just think it's equal. I think it's equal opportunity, roast and gag, equal opportunity talking your mess. Have we ever seen Rodney batter a woman? Have we ever seen Rodney put his hands on a woman? No, I've seen him put his hands on a vacuum cleaner. Okay, I've seen him put his hands on them drapes, but I ain't never seen him put no hands on the woman. And there are some men who do that. Now it has been rumored that some people in the YouTube sphere has been assaulted. Amen. They've been assaulted. And so, but we never seen Rodney ever assault anybody, never lay his hands on anyone in real life or on YouTube. I just want to bring that out. I just want to bring that out because that's the realness of it. Okay. And I'm not standing up for Rodney. I'm just trying to, even the playing field. I just think that there's equal opportunity, mess talking, and everything else in the B sector and in the YouTube in general. Baby, you know what? I would not want to be in that house, baby. All it takes is somebody to make a wrong turn, and somebody is all up in your living room. Ooh, that's dangerous. Somebody said something. Wait a minute. What did Dr. Sean Lewis say? Did you threaten Lil Mama Obama? Child, the name alone. Child, I'm going to leave it right there. Ooh, look at all that aloe. I feel like I want to give me a knife over there and get that aloe. That's some wild aloe over there. Ooh, that's some wild aloe. I feel like going to give me some. That's some old nasty piece of wild aloe. Mm-mm-mm. Some wild aloe over there. That's stuff growing wild. So, okay then. So, Rodney said no. So anyway, you all, but this is the thing. Have we ever seen him put his hands on anybody? And I always ask the question, what do other people do? You know what I'm saying? People say things and folks say things and the next thing you know, you tussling and then somebody says XYZ. So I just thought it was really interesting. But like I said, I'm not, this is in general. This is in general. This is in general. Anything else going on? Anybody want to talk about something? I tell you what, I got me some shrimp. I ain't getting no crab legs, but baby, Daddy got some shrimp. Okay, Daddy got some shrimp, and it was real good. Baby, that tartar sauce was tartaring. Okay, and that cocktail sauce was cocktailing. All right, and that shrimp was shrimping. So I want to thank y'all for that benevolent offering of you know, that coin y'all gave me. It was appreciated. Very unexpected, but always appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So anyway, what else is going on? I can release a snippet of our sex tape if you wanna see Rodney. Oh, could you let me put test in there? I want to read the rest of this. Let me read the rest of this. Hold on, I'm gonna put text or something because I gotta push that up. Rodney, you got a sex tape? Huh, Rodney? You got a sex tape? I can release a snippet of our sex tape if you want to see Rodney put his hands on something. Mm. Touch me, Rodney. Mm. Stir up the gifts. Lay your hands on me. Mm. Stir up the gifts. Stir up the gifts. Oh, Rodney, you got a sex tape? Mm. Rodney, you got a little sex tape? I know you got a little sex picture, but you got a little sex tape. Well, praise Moses. Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Anyway, you got to get that carpet uh, cleaned. Do what you got to do. While you're Oh, thank you, NTV. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I'm trying. I'm trying. I do what I can. Well, that's what they said. But I think they kidding. Now, you hear me? I think they kidding. I don't think Rodney got a real sex tape. Now, he got a booty picture out there, honey, with that hump all humping out. But that's all I see. I ain't seen nothing else. Rodney ain't saying too much, but like I said, I think they really kidding. I think they really joking. Oh my God, I hope they are. Okay, lady, please do. You know what? Now, see, I'm going. The spirit told me not to blow my horn. I almost blew my horn at this lady, and the spirit told me not to, because I almost blew this horn. Okay, we got somebody on. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Pastor.
How you
First and
doing?
foremost, I want to say thank you for always having my back and always pouring into me because a lot of people are out here trying to make me go up against you. And you've always had my back. You've always supported me, gave me business ideas, and you paid my probation. And like I said, people aren't perfect. You know what I'm saying? And, shit, I have my struggles and you help me with that. So what I see is you just turning a new leaf and it like you said, it's a whole different season. And people are just so caught up in not changing that when others change they get upset because you're outgrowing people, right? And that's just kind of where I see it at. But I'll always support you.
I wouldn't even say outgrowing people. It's just a new season for something different. I'm not sitting here ridiculing and bad mouthing the sector. It's just a new season for something different. You know what I'm saying? So when I was in it, it worked, and now it's time to do something else, and then that's it. And you know what I'm saying? So somebody was saying, "Ooh, Queen Tulsa was doing this and this and this and this." Now, Queen Tulsa, let me say this: whether you were or not, A, I didn't see it, and B, I really did care or don't care because I'm in another I'm in another area. And like I said, I don't As long as it's not brought over here, I don't want people's mess brought over here. Like it was a content creator that came over yesterday, and they tried to bring that kind of that kind of level of whatever over here, and it wasn't the assignment. It wasn't as planned, and so I gave them a little hint, and they still didn't get the hint, and then I had to kind of drop them down, not because I don't like them, but it's like a form of disrespect when you tell somebody, hey, we're doing something different, and they try to do the same old thing. So that's all. And so let me say this honestly to you: when people said that you were doing X, Y, Z, this and the third, I didn't even go and look. I am not going to look. The only thing that I really wanted to investigate was the situation with a content creator who was accused of using my likeness. And I went and I observed for myself. Somebody sent me the information and I observed it. And I'm like, okay, it could be a likeness of me, but it's not me. And that's a smart way of doing it. I mean, I'm not going to strike you because it's not me. If it were me, I would have done everything possible to strike you. But since it wasn't, hey, you let it ride. So those are the only things that I'm really concerned about. But other than that, what people say or that doesn't really bother me at this particular point. I am. So I'm just saying, I'm not in
Well,
no
I'm gonna say
shade to
this.
you. Yeah,
You know how I play on these streets, right?
I know
So
you.
you know me. So
Yeah,
that's
I
why I
know
was like, it only takes a conversation for me, and I'm doing this publicly. Why everybody? I'll get your screen records, I'll get your tape recorders, or whatever it is that you're gonna do, because nobody can force me to feel a way or entice me into anything. I'm a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? And so,
you.
like I said, you have
And
been
that's the
nothing but
thing.
good to
That's
me.
the thing. I don't censor people because when people can't take feedback about themselves, then that speaks to the person. Um,
And let
again,
me just say this: what I did question Pastor, I was like, because they was saying that he was married. I was like, well, I would want to have a conversation to see if he was married, but that's
who
neither
is
here nor
married?
there.
Who's
Mark, they
married?
were saying that Mark was married, but I see where that
Okay.
had come from because the individual that wanted to come to the church, like they're all up in arms right now. Like it seems like, because you and old girl, y'all were friends at one point in time. Y'all have to understand this is a business. When we come on here, it's 1099, and that's just that. We don't, well, I can speak for myself, you can speak for yourself. I don't take this shit to heart. I say what I say when I hang it up, it is what it is, you know.
Yes.
But it,
And like I said, I'm not gonna go through the marriage thing because again, I don't date married men. So if I don't date married men, then I'm gonna let people have it. And if he was married, then my question to the audience is, and no slight, no going back, but it's just using logic. Then why was that individual interested in that person if they were married? I don't get that. But again,
well, that
that's
was
not
going to
my.
be my thing,
That
because
was
as
not.
much
Yeah,
as
that's not my. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because as much as you want to, hey, Dr. LaShonda Brown, I seen you in there. What I was gonna question was, okay, if this was supposed to been her boyfriend before yours, well, it really wasn't her boyfriend because allegedly he was married. But that's neither here nor there. That's why I said, we had a conversation. You answered my question. So from this point forward, we're always gonna be good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not gonna
mean, like
bite
I
the
said,
hand that
yeah, it's really interesting, Tulsa. But and let me say this, you all, it really doesn't matter what people say because people will say a lot. It's really what you believe and what the person know. So because I know that I don't have personal entanglements with these people, they don't know anything about me personally. And this is why I can be free and go on. I don't have anything to be hiding and stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. But again, I'm over here because it's about uplift. We're doing things new. And I think, let me tell you something. I think the transition really happened before MU, I think the transition was happening when Tulsa came on and shared a day in the life of Tulsa. When Tulsa came on and was at the probation office, I think that changed a lot. I think that was saying, look what we can do. Look at Tulsa doing what she's doing. She's not dragging anybody. All she's doing is living her life and um, meeting with people. And what's really interesting, and no shade and no slight, but even when you were doing that, people were trying to make, oh, she's trying to tell women how to be women. No, I was saying that Tulsa is interacting with biological women, and there's mutual respect there. And I think everyone could learn that respect people where they are. Period. You know who you are. Tulsa knows who Tulsa is. So, that's what I saw when she was at the, laser uh, skin place or the electrolysis clinic, whatever, and she was doing what she was doing. And then the parole office. And a lot of people look at her big and like, no, Tulsa didn't ask for one thing. I think I said it, and people gave, and I told people you don't have to give, and people who didn't want to did. But Tulsa said she got blessed enough to go ahead and walk in and do what she needed to do. So I think the turn Tulsa actually may have been in that moment. I think it's a lot of moments. I think the Castro and Tommy thing was a moment because even though it was messy, I think that it was like, hey, if you all have moved on, move on. And Tommy was talking through some things. So I think there were a lot of instances. And the biggest thing is, and I know I'm talking about people who are in the sector, but what I'm trying to get to is that even in the midst of the shadiness, even in the midst of the roasting and gagging, there are real situations people still, and so I'm trying to do that over without that. Tulsa, I don't know if Tulsa's there.
Oh, you was going through that area.
Okay. But I was saying Tulsa, I think I was saying things.
Okay, hold on, because you're going through that little area again. I'll let you know when you clear. Yeah, you going through that little area
Okay.
again. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe, child.
I
Tell
don't know if
somebody
I'm
that.
clear. Am
No,
I
you're
clear?
not. No, you're not.
Uh,
I'll let you know when you clear. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like, share, subscribe, and let everybody know that the first lady of the tabernacle is here with Pastor Jay Wilson, child. Because according to other people, I'm the first lady at the tabernacle over here, child. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and let somebody know that we're live. Pastor just went to that little area where his phone be tripping. But no, I'm excited. And thank you all for coming and supporting them and, being ready for this next season. And what I was going to tell him was, sometimes we outgrow a season or, I want to say outgrow a season, right? So this season that I've been in, I feel like I've learned a lot. Now it's time for me to go somewhere else and put in the work and to help the people. And like Pastor said, I'm not ashamed of nothing because if God brought me through it. He brought me to it. He gonna see me through it, and that's what's always been happening. Yes, I don't have to. I don't have to kiss nothing. If I wanted him over at my channel, I know his email. I can email him. All right, you back.
okay,
Look, uh-huh.
but I guess I was saying that I want to focus on those positive things that I was doing without the distraction of these sectors. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. And everybody's like,
And what I
well,
was saying was
are you
outgrowing a situation. It was like, okay, outgrowing a
okay?
situation or a season. And like you said, you've learned in this season, we learned. Now it's time to carry that on over somewhere else where it can be beneficial to others that are, open to receive.
Okay. Um, what was that state of being? Tulsa word on the curve is that you touchy feely on the impersonable souls. What has what's the T girl? Well, I don't know Tulsa personally, and so my thing is I can't really make those accusations unless I know Tulsa. But Tulsa, if you want to answer that,
Let
you
me,
can.
ju-
If
yeah,
not,
let me just go ahead and say this because we had a troll out here online talking about my parenting skills, saying that me and my husband had my children on a dark web and things like that. What I did show y'all today, if y'all want to catch up, I did go and pick up my high school child, and my high school child let y'all know our relationship and how much she's improved and how much I am a support to her life and how therapy has been great for me. So I think if y'all will want to take those tips and incorporate it into your life, I think that you would be living a fabulous life like me with no care of the world. I'm not interested in addressing, the just the delusion of it all. Like, are y'all serious? Like,
and Tulsa, that's the biggest thing, and I'm glad you're mentioning it. That's the thing, and that's why I didn't get deep into it because again, if you wanted to address it, you could. I love how you address that because it's almost like the marriage thing. It's like okay, okay, whatever, So I really like how you address that. Go ahead.
oh yeah, I'm on like 7%, but I just want to come by, show you some
Well,
love.
before you go, I know you're on 7%, but before you go, now,
Okay.
Tulsa, were you really serious about your situation that you shared with us earlier? Because I was a little concerned about that, but I'm like, I don't know if that was entertainment or real. I know that I heard your significant other, your spouse, say yes, but I wasn't too sure because Tulsa, you really don't know what the reality is on YouTube. But I was a little concerned, and when I was praying and we were concerned, we really were. If it was a joke or if it was entertainment, I get it. If not, we still
No, that
praying.
was
But
a
I just
serious moment. That was a serious moment, Pastor.
okay. I didn't
And
know. I just wanted to make sure.
yeah, it was like I had kind of felt, we were kind of tight on a budget, and the devil would try to jump on my shoulder and tell me, hey, well, just go and do this, it'll be quick. And my thing is, no, I've worked too hard to get to where I am to go back. And the devil, even if when you level up, it's gonna be new devils, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just trusting that God is going to carry you through, and he's going to always provide for all my needs. But it's going down on 4%. Let me change a different device and I'll
All
come back
right,
up and finish.
all right.
Okay.
Not a problem at all.
Okay, I'll be
Not a
right
problem at
back.
all. Yeah, yeah. You all, let me say this. I can understand what Tulsa's saying, not how she would have to get the money, but we a lot of people, and I can't say we've all because a lot of people have not, but a lot of people have been in situations where something happened. They may have lost a job. They may have, gotten a pay cut, and or things may have gotten expensive. All it takes is rent to go up. All it takes is your taxes to go up, and you can be in a pinch. So, we're all prone to it. A lot of us have not had to experience, well, some of us rather, may not have had to experience that yet, but everybody's prone to it. What's up, Voodoo? Everybody's prone to it. So my thing is, have you been in a situation? I'm telling you, you all know my situation. Things happen. People took some stuff off of YouTube. I could have been angry. You all, let me tell you something. I could be a bitter, nasty, vindictive, divisive person. with some of these people. But even with those people and what some of the people have done, I just do nothing but pray God's mercy on them and continue to move. Because I must admit that through all the difficulties and the challenges, God has always had my back and got me through. See, a lot of people don't understand that had I been in an apartment, I could have been out. But because I am a homeowner and I've been in my home for a while, I could just put those payments in the bag and do what I needed to do to, get caught up. Now, I ain't ashamed of that. Life. Um, Somebody did something and it was just catastrophic. And then people are like, well, why don't you leave? But see, this is the thing. That's what people want you to do. And my thing is, I'm going to leave because I want to leave, not because nobody made me to leave. And so, even with the transition of format, it's not because I'm afraid of anybody or somebody's doing something to me. No, it's because I felt that it was time to leave. And I told you all earlier why. You all give me a minute. I got to still put I still got to put my stuff on. Hold on, let me put my 2025 on. Hello?
The U
Hello?
M.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, can I tell a story to Diven? It's a love
Oh,
story. Diven, are you here? If that's okay with you, Jay.
go ahead. Let's take this on and see where it goes today.
Hey, Diven, let me get a one. Okay, say no. Hush your mouth, girl. Shut up. All right. Okay, let my love proceed. Okay. This guy is driving his red car, right? And he pulls up to the park. And there's this young lady standing there, right? He gets out the car and he has a rose in his hand and he gives it to her. And she has a big smile. So they go and sit on the bench talking and watching the birds and the little lake there, whatnot. So anyway, it's time for him to go. So he gets up, pulls his hand out to her. She takes his hand, he helps her up. And as they walking back to the parking lot, he gives her a kiss and say goodbye. This is corny, y'all. And as he opened his car door, he looks back and she got tears in her eyes. How about that, Diven? Just do your thing with it. Okay, I'm done. Jay. But can you hear me, Jay?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can. I'm
Um,
trying to. So is
let's
there
get
a oral?
let's
Is is there a lesson to be learned? Oh, okay. Is
no.
there a lesson to be learned? Diving, did you get that? Is that some kind of secret thing that we don't know about diving? I'm
Yeah,
just
that's a
asking.
secret thing that y'all don't know about. It's not
Mm,
what possible. I don't cry. Stop diving. I
um,
don't give away.
well, can I say something from the Bible?
Yeah.
Now, this is a story in the Bible. There was somebody in the Church of Corinth, and they were speaking in tongues. And
Oh,
and the,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the man said, well, it benefits the person, but it don't benefit the whole congregation because
Right.
everybody don't get the interpretation. And not because it
Mm-hmm.
was such a special language, but so can I bring it on home? So I was in Florida,
Bring it home.
and there was an evangelist, Ayanes was his name. And he was speaking in Spanish, and the folk were just shouting. I'm like, "Ooh, I want some of that," but I didn't understand what he was saying. But I really wanted to get that because they seemed like they were rejoicing. And then all of a
Mhm.
sudden, his wife came and she did the interpretation, and everybody was rejoicing after that because guess what? There was an interpretation. So
Interpretation.
all I'm saying is, under new management, Because I know this is benefiting you, but could we benefit everybody? I'm just, cause that's what I was
Well,
looking for the forum. Because I was
let
like,
me
yes, yeah.
let me say
I had to go through the songs because
let
mother
me
went all around. I'm like, I need
yeah,
to get
yeah, yeah.
information.
Yeah. Let me speak some good stuff, that
Okay, because I didn't get
it's
the
for me that
interpretation.
I'm feeling inside
Okay, because
about
you got
YouTube.
exalted. Okay, so can I say something? You got exalted right there, but nobody else didn't get the exhortation. So could you say
Uh-huh.
something that's going to exalt all of us, and so we could all be like you and be like, yay, yeah, go ahead.
Again, I know a lot of people go through things here on
Uh
YouTube.
huh.
And we all do, even me.
Uh
But the one thing I refuse to play in the devil's playground, meaning when I come on here and there's
huh.
and something going on with me, I
Uh
refuse
huh.
to be evil and mean and talk down to people and talk about people that I don't know.
Correct.
So
Okay, I got
my
you.
thing, let's not play in the devil's playground. All right?
Mm.
Let's find God's playground and and have a good time and exalting him and lift him up.
And let's just be positive. And let
And
me say this: you don't have to be a Christian to be here. You don't even have to be a
you
believer.
sure
I'm
don't.
not even advocating a belief system here. I know what I am, but we need to be positive or honest so we can get something. Because sometimes hard stuff seems like it's negative until you start peeling back those layers. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
some people may need to hear some things that they may not want to hear to get the
Mm-hmm.
breakthrough. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because let me say this. I don't know about you under new management, but when I was growing up, they had that Father John's and that castor oil. And Lord knows it didn't taste good. But oil, when it got in your system, you got better.
Yeah. I remember the
Ah,
castor
yeah,
oil.
yeah. It didn't taste. It tastes like fish. It was cod liver oil, and it looked like
No, my
somebody
mom
just spit it
would
up.
pick it up and pour it down your ears if you had a headache. I mean, an earache.
Okay, but baby, when you got it in your system, it
Yeah.
was good. So what I'm trying to say is, even on this platform, that some things may not taste good, but
Right.
baby, it'll heal you. Some
Oh
things,
yeah.
and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So everything ain't gonna be all positive over here. There may be
Right.
conflict, but baby,
Right.
it gotta be conflict so you can get a resolution.
But we don't have to jump at every comment that's made
Oh, we
because
don't.
some people on here are really sick, mentally sick, you
Mhm.
know, to where
Mhm.
they just can't even, like, they ain't on medication or nothing like that, and even if they wanted to, they can't do it because the mental illness that they have.
Yes.
That's why a lot of people I just ignore.
Yes, you got to. And this is what we're doing now. So if somebody wants to give a testimony, or if you're going through, if you're having situations, come on up. Let's talk about it. Now, let me say this: you may not get a solution. Okay, I can't
Hmm.
promise you that. But what we can do is really listen to you with open ears. All
Hmm.
right, I would rather give an observation and not a judgment. But
Hmm.
that's what we doing. So click that link.
And
I'm just
why
feeling this
do
in my spirit.
Yeah, and I notice on here you have a good YouTube hi, how you doing today? And that's it, right? But
Hmm.
when you're arguing with somebody, either they don't like you arguing with that person or what you said, they'll stop talking to you. I don't
Mm.
get it. I don't get it. It's crazy.
Well,
That's
this
how
is the thing. I'm under new management. You got to realize that people are okay with saying things about you, but if you in turn say things about them that can be true, it
hmm
becomes an issue. Because
yeah,
people like to dish it out but not be able to receive it. So that's why I
right.
don't get mad when people say things about me. That's why I tell people I don't want to hear that. First of all, you got to hear it. I'm out of sight, out of
Yeah.
mind to me. But my thing is,
It's
if somebody really wants to talk to me, all they got to do is click the link, and we can have a conversation like this. The only thing that I
uh,
won't be is disrespected, because I don't try to go out and disrespect people.
yeah, and it's just I look at some people, the old, especially the older ones, are professional ones calling themselves professional, professional ones that does stuff like that, and I'll be like, wow. Instead of talking to that person yourself, you're just gonna have an attitude with them. Don't speak to them. Don't respond to them. So ignorant.
But
That's
you got to realize the atmosphere, though. You got to realize the atmosphere. This is why I say my format has to change, because you can't get anywhere with that other stuff. And don't get me wrong, that other stuff was fun, okay? Because again,
Mhm.
it was to me it was a job. But now, like I said, I can go a little bit better. I can do a little bit more, and I think that a lot of people could have been help more. But again, when you got the B sector element, you got that element. So now
Mhm.
I'm just trying to take that element out. I'm still Jay. I'm not going anywhere. But this format has changed. The format is different. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be vitriolic to people. Um,
But Jay,
it's
I
not
don't
going to
have
help
it
them.
in my heart. It like if I ever open my room, which I'm thinking about doing, I'm not sure yet because I don't like a whole lot of negativity. But in my heart, it's hard for me to come on here and talk about somebody just out of the blue. That's not me. I can't do that.
Well, if
Only
I put
time
my mind to do it, though, it don't matter. But I understand you can't do it, and I get it.
I can. It's not in me. My spirit won't let me do that. But the only way that happens, I only respond, and not all the time, is when somebody say something negative or lie on me. That's the only
Mm,
time.
yeah.
You know.
And even with that, my thing is so many times that you can continue to try to, combat that. And it's just like you got to move on, because it's those people. And you gotta,
Mhm.
like somebody said, I don't want you praying for me, but you can't do nothing about it. I'm gonna pray for you regardless, whether you want me to pray for you or not. And I'm gonna love you
Mhm.
whether you want me to love you or not, because it ain't
Right.
your destiny. Now you don't have to receive it, but that don't mean I ain't gonna do it.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's crazy. But it is what it is. This is power talk. And I said to myself, something crazy hit me and said, maybe you need to try to just make it a little better. But I said, no, these people don't understand better. They don't want better. They don't want to move up. They keep going
But
down with
but this is the
sitting.
thing. Under new management, though, like I had somebody who was coming on my platform to do the same thing, and I had to release them. I love them, but they had to be released,
Yeah.
because that was not the assignment. And you just got to learn how to release and keep on moving. Now, Queen
Right.
Tulsa came up. She was very respectful. And I truly believe, if I were to ask you or Queen Tulsa, hey, let's not talk about that, because,
Mhm.
I don't feel like that's something that we need to do, or that is advantageous or congruent
But
with what we're doing. But
I
I'm
asked
sure,
you, I
but
said,
I'm
can
sure
I
you all would.
respond?
Yes, you
And you
could. And
said,
I said yes. But what I'm
no,
saying
and
is,
you
though,
said no because we're not doing that. And I
okay,
respected that, and I didn't.
okay. Oh, you
Hey,
talking
Miss
about
Salsa.
yesterday? Okay. But let me say this though. But you did. But other people don't. And see, that's how you gotta run your platform. Because at the
Right,
end of the day, you're responsible. And one thing I'm not gonna do this season is sit here and argue with people. Once I
right.
tell you and I see that you're not gonna do it, it ain't no question. You just coming down.
Yeah,
And you ain't coming up. I will let you redeem yourself for the next day, but if you do it the next day, you coming down, and you got to redeem yourself. Now, people like, who do you think you are? But this is my platform, and my thing is, one thing I deserve is peace and respect on my platform,
mm-hmm.
and that's what I'm going. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I
So,
don't
and
like arguing at all.
anybody who wants to go against that, I'm not gonna argue. They'll find themselves in the backstage and then kicked out.
Yeah, I don't like arguing at all. I really don't. And maybe I shouldn't even be here because I don't like all this negativity talk about people and
Come
stuff
on,
like that.
no. Look. I ain't going nowhere. I'm just changing the format.
No, I'm talking
See,
about me, not you. I'm
well,
talking about
what you gonna do? Where you gonna go? You gonna
uh,
find negativity and mess everywhere you go. It doesn't
everywhere
really
you go,
matter.
but this is a lot,
It is,
you
but you
know,
gonna find it everywhere you
a
go. So you
hell
got
of
to
a
figure out
lot.
what you gonna do.
And as a matter of fact, I was in someone's room, and this
Okay, well, hold
older
on. Let
person.
me get crazy people,
Okay,
because
I'm back.
crazy people. I see what you're doing, crazy people. I'm gonna put you in timeout. But if you continue that, I'm just gonna go ahead and block you because I didn't ask you what Stump Down was saying. I'm really not interested. If I want to know what he's saying, I know how to find him. So all of this, I'm giving you a warning. So this is your first warning. All right. I'm not trying to censor you, but now I'm saying that it's not congruent with what we're trying to do. Now, again, why would I be concerned about what Sundown saying? If I wanted to go over there, I would go over there and see.
Right,
So y'all need to get in the mindset that we're not doing this season over here.
right.
All right, Queen Tulsa, how you doing? I see you back.
Hey,
He
Miss
just put
Tulsa.
it. He put it right back in the chat. He said he's saying the same thing. Oh no, that's Hershey. Hershey over there mentioning other content creators.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put you in timeout too, Hershey, because that's not what we're doing this season. I love you down, boo, but I don't care what Stump Down is saying. Do you think Stump Down pays my mortgage? I'm not in love with Stump Down. So that's not my concern. I'm sorry I had to put you like that, but you'll be able to come out in a few minutes, but we're not going to do that. And if you continue, then I might have to go ahead and ban you.
Hey,
I don't
Jay,
want to
you're
do
right.
that.
This
Yeah.
this is the way. This is sad that grown people like you have to teach them by timing them out so they can get themselves together to understand what you're saying and
Yeah.
ride
I
on
mean,
what you're
I'm
saying.
not here
It's
for
like
that.
they don't understand nothing.
But what they're trying to do, Hershey. I mean, not Hershey, but under new management. I apologize for that.
Oh,
What they're trying to do is stir stuff up. I'm serious.
yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. If I wanted to be nasty and read, baby, that's not hard to do. But the challenge is, can you really stay focused and do what you got to do? And that's it. I don't have anything bad to say about those people. That's just not my judge anymore.
Yeah.
And if that's theirs, and if they want to do this, good. I want y'all to realize that there's lessons to be learned. There's lessons to be learned. My thing is, I'm deciding to do something different. It may not make everybody happy, but that's not my problem. But what you're not going to do is bring people's trash over here to put on my doorstep because I don't deal with that. All right? So that's all I'm saying. Go ahead. Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for that, Queen Tulsa?
No, it's
Okay. I just
no.
want to make
Oh,
sure.
you're good, man.
Your panel is structured, and it's like you can say what you want, but we're not on that type of time. And then you're
We're
over
not.
here promoting people, and you're not sticking to the topic. So if you can't stick to the topic, we'll help you. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll
I
see you in a
gotta
few
be. I
minutes.
gotta be. I gotta be concerned for my trans brothers and sisters who may not be getting their hormones now because a lot of things are being cut that comes under the umbrella of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and that's a real thing for some people. There may be some rights stripped where somebody can be discriminated against and fired. Do not know, Queen Tulsa, that I have friends who actually work in jobs where they are in a public setting where they can be fired now. I'm like, this is some real stuff.
Yeah, that man
Absolutely, it's
great.
real stuff going on. And speaking of that, hey, Miss Under New Manager. I mean, hey, Under New Manager. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you.
Um,
Hi, Miss
you
Queen Tulsa.
Hey, so I don't know if y'all seen this viral video of the black girls going shopping at H&M, and then they got discriminated against. They wasn't trans, they wasn't nothing. But this is what people voted for: the DEI, no inclusion, and things like that. So it's not just affecting trans; it's affecting a lot of people. But it really affects the trans because these are medications that we are on that we have to take. You know,
Right.
for
Yep.
the rest of our lives. That's just like taking somebody's medical supply away. And what do you think is going to happen to them? They eventually, there's going to be consequences and repercussions, right, on that
Yep.
person. And I want to, Pastor, when you get a chance, if you can make a live about the tariffs and stuff like that, like I'm on that type of stuff. And shout out to you. Like I said, you're not perfect, but you've given me so many tools, and you've given so many other people tools and opportunities. I mean, let's talk about the people that come out the house of Jay Wilson. Let's talk about it. We give
But
you
you
a
know
hand.
what? No, I'm not. But let me say this: I'm not even there anymore, Tulsa. I am so. Let me say this. It is what it is.
Okay.
My thing is, I did that for them, and whether I got something for it, now I've been blessed because I've done that. I didn't look for anything or any
No good
money
deed
or
goes
something back.
unpunished, Pastor.
It
Which is
doesn't.
what
But
I'm
let me
saying.
say this though. Like
Uh-huh.
I said, I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I'm just on a new path, and I'm not trying to be all spooky deep. I just know that, like I said, I want what I do currently to match what I do on YouTube. And could I stay where I was? Yes, I could have. Um, when I started doing the beef sector, it was new. It was the wild, wild west, and so on and so forth. Am I ashamed of anything I've done? Absolutely not. I'm a grown person. You know, may have done some things a little different, but you know what? If it don't kill you, it'll make you stronger. And I'm telling you, I used to say that sound crazy, but um, in order to get muscles, baby, it got to break down. So I just thank God for the breakdown. But I'm at a place now where I'm doing different. I didn't get no epiphany. Jesus didn't tap me on my shoulder one day. I'm not here to ridicule and tell people y'all demonic because everybody want to go to that demonic thing. And I'm like, yo, no, 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 no. I enjoyed what I did in the beef sector. I enjoyed it 100%. But it's a new season and it's time to move on somewhere else. I not only picked on you, but I also blocked Hershey. What I want you all to know is I don't care what other people say about me. And when I keep on seeing that you do that, it's a form to me of disrespect. So if you do it, I'll block you or I will go ahead and time you out. And I'm not trying to be messy, but I'm just real about that. So not only did you get timed out, so did Hershey. So crazy folk, look, I don't care what Stump Down said. I don't care what Stump Mama said. I don't care what Tree Stump said. I really don't. So all I say is go ahead and leave that out. That's all.
And Hershey, I know that this is not my channel, but he's driving, and he's in a structured. This is a structured panel,
But,
so
but this is the thing. This is the thing, Hershey. Don't worry about nobody else. Make sure your oxygen mask on first before trying to help others. I can have Queen Tulsa over here because Queen Tulsa understands the boundary and what I'm trying to do. And I don't think everybody could do that. And that's where I am. So I think you need to put your mask on first. I'm not being shady. I'm really not being shady. But I don't really care who's dragging me because that's not what I'm here for. So that's all. That's all. I ain't
Hey,
trying to be that.
Pastor. Hi,
What's
Tulsa.
up?
hey, real Mama Fifi, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great.
You got a
Well, let me say
testimony?
this. Let me say
Yes,
this.
I
Hold on
got a
for a minute.
testimony.
Hold on for Mama Pee.
Okay.
I don't care what Tulsa does off of this platform. I do not censor people. I cannot tell people what to do. If Tulsa respects me on my platform, she can hate my guts and be phony as a $3 bill. Long as she respects my platform in this present moment, we have no issue. Now, if Tulsa comes over here and do something that I deem inappropriate, she's going to get the same thing that everybody else has. Again, it is what it is. I haven't moved. The people haven't moved, but the format has changed. Okay, the house has been restructured. Instead of it being a one-story home now, we done put a new level on it. Okay, same neighborhood. I'm just trying to help y'all out because I think you all get a little confused. It's still a show, but the format has changed. All right, I hope we get that. I love y'all. I ain't trying to ridicule or, but just because you don't like Tulsa, that don't mean she can't come over. There's a lot of people. Jay Dunn can still come over here if she follow the protocol. Anybody can come up here if they follow the protocol. All right, I'm so sorry, Mama Fifi. Go ahead. It's good to see you.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I do have a testimony now.
Go ahead and tell it.
When I watched your program yesterday, you said somebody needed that, and it hit me because I had something. I was harboring bad feelings about this pastor, and I stopped going to church because of him. But I went to his Bible study, and I told him what I didn't like and why I got offended. And we're cool now. I've forgiven him. But when I went, I'd forgiven him. I made up
Okay,
that
well
because
that's good.
otherwise,
You forgave her before you even got there, so your mind
right?
and you was already ready. You was already.
Yeah, because otherwise I wouldn't have gone if I wasn't. And I was saying it's been time. I've been carrying this about 4 months. And when
Mm,
you just said this, when you said somebody needed to hear this, it hit me. And I thought about him. I
mm.
said, I need to let that go.
Now, how did he take it when you? How did it happen? Did you go up and talk to him? And I mean, and how was that? How did he receive that?
Yeah, I waited till the Bible. He comes here and have um Bible study here in the building that I live on
Uh huh.
on Thursdays.
Uh huh.
And after it was over, I went up and told him. I say I hadn't been here because I didn't like, and I was wrong. What got me pissed with him is he's a Trump supporter, an avid Trump supporter. And
Mhm.
I told him, I said, I didn't come here to talk politics. I came
Mhm.
here to talk and to get the word. I said,
Mhm.
but every time before it was almost over, the Bible study, you started talking politics. I said,
Mhm.
and I do not like Trump. I still don't like Trump. But it
Mhm.
was wrong for me to put that on you because that's your choice, you know.
Okay. And what did
And
he say?
he said, it's okay. He said, I knew something was going on because you were coming regularly. I said, yeah. He said, and nobody asked where is she? Everybody, where Fifi? Nobody could tell me or would
Mhm.
tell me. One person
Mhm.
knew. But he told me it's okay. He said, because I don't like Kamala. I said, don't talk about my sister. He said, he said, I can say the same thing for Trump. He said, but no, I really don't. But he said, but I've had second thoughts, to be perfectly honest, with what's going
Mhm.
on right now.
Mm. Yes.
Yeah, he told me, he said, I had
Yeah.
second
Did did
thoughts.
did you did you see MU come up because MU is having some second thoughts too?
Yeah, but see, I
Yeah.
mean, that makes,
But let me say, and Voodoo, I see you here. I see you here, Voodoo. You here? Can you say something, Voodoo?
Oh, he
Voodoo,
said
please
he's
come
having
back.
audio
Okay.
problems.
Okay. Voodoo, please come back. But Mama
Drop the link
Fifi,
again, Pastor.
Mama Fifi, I'm so glad you came up and told this testimony. Now it's not mine to tell; it's yours, and I'm glad you told it. But I'm glad that you were obedient because again, I do see stuff like this happening. And see, it ain't about me. See, people are so focused on me, and it's not me. But see, God will use anybody He wants to as a tool. See, it's not about me anyhow. It's about what God wants to do and how God wants to move. It don't have nothing to do with me. And for the mere fact that I was just obedient, even to change this format, and then all of a sudden you tell me that it hit you, you went back to your Bible study, you spoke with the man. Now, I was getting a little touched in my spirit because he said, well, I don't like Kamala Harris. And I'm like, I'm kind of with you, Mama Fifi, with the politics and all of this stuff. But but the thing is, what really turned this thing around was he's having thoughts about what's going on. And see,
Yes.
that's a seed planted. And my thing is, you know what? You're right, Mama Fifi. Those are his thoughts, not yours. But you get what you need, and if he's saying something that you need, you take, and what you don't, you discard.
Well, he said he's not going to do that anymore because he's so disappointed with his 401k that he that
All right,
he
listen, y'all. I got a testimony, y'all. Oh,
yeah,
what you done, Miss Mama?
yeah. But
But let
that's
me say this before Tulsa jump in. See, you all, this is what we're talking about here. Somebody needs to hear this because somebody might have some bitterness or harboring some resentment, and Fifi could have stayed right on home, but something told her to go. One thing she said, she had already forgiven that man before she even stepped foot. So her heart was already right, and when she came to that man, her focus was already there. You hear me?
oh yeah.
Now
Eh,
look, crazy people, look, we're not there, and I don't need you to defend me. I just want you to know that we're different over here, and stop defending me because I'm not over there. And if I'm not fighting, then why are you? You more concerned about this than me. And if the person who's being spoken on is easy like Sunday morning, then you should be easy like Sunday morning as well. That's all I'm saying. So, Mama Fifi, thank you for that testimony because somebody's gonna
Sure.
take that. Tulsa,
But
what's the
thank
testimony?
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mama Fifi.
You planted that seed.
I'm glad you did something. And let me
You
say this: it ain't because I'm perfect. It ain't because because again, God will use who God wants to use, and we can't
yep.
tell God who to use and who not to use because that's God's decision. All right, that's all I want to know. Because let me tell you something. I may not like somebody, but if I see God using them, then God is using. That's it, and that's it. And so,
Yeah.
Mama Fifi, I'm glad you came up there and told that testimony because somebody needs to hear that. Because if somebody out there right now got some hurt in their heart and they got some bitterness and some offense in their heart, and just let it go and forgive the person, and then. But the thing is, you told the person why you was offended too. You can't.
Yeah.
Then guess
I
what he
had
said?
to.
Well, I'm not gonna do that. He said I'm not gonna do that anymore. Then I see this is what I'm saying. You didn't come out. Let me tell you something. Your head went popping and you was snapping your fingers, but y'all had a real civilized adult conversation. And this is what I'm
Yes.
talking about. So you just did something. You did the work, and look at God. Look at God.
Yeah, that was God. I'm telling you, because when you said it, I thought of him instantly. I said, I've been carrying this bitterness around. It's been about 4 to 6 months. Well,
Wow.
since the election. When he, yeah, because he was too happy when Trump won for me. He was too happy. But see, that was on me. That was my feelings. And it was
Yeah.
wrong. I know I was wrong.
Yeah,
But
yeah, and this is what and this I'm feeling really good about this because again, people can learn something, and I don't have a problem with the roasting and gagging and stuff, but see, sometimes Mama Fifi, we get so blindsided by that we don't really see stuff like this. I can still be funny, but yet have a serious situation. And I just
yes.
think that this is good. And let me say this, Mama Fifi, I'm so happy that you did the work because this is a big thing. See, people think these are the little victories that are big victories. And people don't realize that you just had a interpersonal interaction with someone where you told them how you felt, but your mind was right before you did it. You came in
Yes.
the right composure. You compose yourself. You came in the right spirit, or you came in the right mindset, and then look what happened. Y'all had a little laughable moment. His 401k hurting, and he's really thinking about this. And not only that, he said, "You know what? I'm not gonna do that no more," because he realized that that was hurtful. And some people will change if we come with the right composure. Oh my God, that's awesome, Mama Fifi. That's a
Yeah.
true testimony.
Yeah. So I feel good.
Tulsa, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Mama Fifi. Let me listen.
Sure.
Tulsa, what's going on with you? I don't know. Is Tulsa there? Can you hear me, Mama Fifi? Because I'm in a dead
Yeah,
area.
I
Okay.
can hear you.
All
Go
right.
ahead,
I'm
Tulsa.
back. Okay. So, remember that day when I had came over here and I let you know what my struggle was, and you heard my husband and he confirmed everything, right? Well, we end up getting well, my husband got a citation. Here's the citation right here. I won't show the citation number. We were in a financial bind, and somebody called the animal control on us from off of YouTube. I didn't bring it to YouTube, but they gave us a citation. We didn't have the money to do it, but one thing that I can say is God made a way to where we can get 4 of our animals spaded for free. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate you.
That's a
Well,
blessing.
Tulsa, this is the thing though. Did somebody actually do that?
Yeah. I just never
Uh,
brought it to YouTube, Pastor. I mean, I just lean on the Lord, and guess what? God turned that into a positive to where, because I was already, remember I had told you we was having like a little financial issue, and
mhm,
God
mhm.
turned this whole situation around, and we don't have to pay for it. They gave us some vouchers to get it done for free. So God is good. Thank y'all.
Mm. Wow. Can you hear me still? Can y'all hear me? Because I'm in a dead area. Can you still
Yeah,
hear me?
we can
Uh
hear
huh.
you.
Okay. Well, Tulsa, I'm so sorry. First of all, let me say this. I'm so sorry that happened to you. And as a person who's gone through some things, where people have done some things, Tulsa, whether I think you should have animals or not, it's not the case. It's the case that somebody would really do that to try to upend and really do some things to you. And I think that's kind of sad. But hey, it is what it is. Those are my thoughts. But, people have their different thoughts. I think it's not done in the right reason. I think it's done out of pettiness. But hey, that's my thoughts. But I'm glad you shared that, Tulsa. I'm sorry that happened. But trust me, I've been there. I've been there.
So how many more do you need, Tulsa? Um, dogs faded or neutered. I don't know which one. Do you neuter dogs or you spade them? You can tell I never had an animal. Uh, but
Here, oh,
here
I
they
think
do.
cats are get spayed, and then it's dogs that get neutered.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
are you straight in terms of the rest of the dogs as well?
The little ones, see, they don't get active until they turn like a year. They're only like 4 months right now, but my goal is to rehome them so I don't have to go through that process.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I won't never ask for nothing that I don't need. We got 4 vouchers right here that's gonna take good care of it right here. Okay. We got 4 vouchers that's gonna take good care of it for my big dogs, but um oh, males get neutered, females get spayed. Oh.
Oh, I don't know.
I
I,
just know that they gonna get fixed.
yeah, that's what I know. You get them sick. But here they do it free. They
Really?
Yeah, they do it free to keep down the population of dogs, kittens and cats. But see, they pick them up in the area and um, fix them, and then they take them back to the area, as opposed to a kill
Y'all,
shelter, because there's so many cats around here. But
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, so they do it free of charge. They do the same thing with dogs.
let me see what these people saying. Okay.
But
Oh, she's
I'm
fishing.
happy for you.
Thank you so
Because there are
much.
some good people on here, and I'm happy that Jay is changing. Jay Pastor is changing his content because I love to talk politics. So
And
that
we will do that, y'all. And let me say this, Mama Fifi. I don't really know where I am going right now. I'm just going where the where the wind drifts until I get that clear release that hey, this is what you're to do. But right now, I don't have any alarm doing what I'm doing now. I just know that the format had to change, not because somebody was threatening me, not because I had this great epiphany. I'm doing it because, I just think that at this particular point in my life, that my the things that I do outside of YouTube, I think YouTube should match it. And my thing is that's where I am. My entertainment has changed.
Yes.
Entertainers change. There are certain entertainers that used to use the N word and they don't use it anymore. I mean, things change. So, and I am not really concerned about others and stuff. That's why I won't allow people to come over here and tell me who said this and it because it doesn't really matter to me. My thing is I'm focused on this format and I can't be focused on everybody else's format if I'm busy worried about what other people are saying. Y'all get me? Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Well, I do. Yeah.
Right. Well, what's going on? We have Zara, Z Sarah, whatever they call you, but I like Zara. So how you doing?
Yeah, I just came up because I heard what Tulsa was saying, and I was really feeling for her. I mean, she's a lovely lady. She's got all those animals. She's looking after them, and like that's really cruel to do that to you. And
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
it worked out.
Yeah, it
Uh,
worked out for the better half. See, what the devil means for your evil, God will turn around for your good right in front of their face. But
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lord.
I just wanted to say that, I think, some people really want to see you, hurt and sad and all those things, but, I'm glad it worked
yeah.
out. You're looking after all
Well,
those little fur animals and,
well,
my
old girl
baby
was
died
talking
last
about
year.
calling CPS and all this. Like
Hmm.
y'all, that stuff
Well, they're
it
just wasting people's
crazy.
time is what they're doing because, like, when you're a caring parent, nobody's taking your kids away. When you're a loving animal owner, no one's taking your animal away. It's just not happening. They're just wasting people's time. That's all they're
Yes.
doing. Hey, Mama
Exactly.
Phoebe, how you doing, darling?
Hey, how you
Sorry.
doing? Nice to see you.
Oh, yeah, you too. I'm at
Yeah.
home now, by the way. I'm back from Spain. It's
oh,
cold. I'm all
Oh,
wrapped up.
yeah, my daughter is on her way to Spain.
It's lovely. I miss it already.
did you go to the South portion?
Yeah, it was
So-
right at the south. It's like about, I don't know, probably about 30 miles from Africa.
Okay, so you were sound like you were close to Gibraltar and all of those areas.
Yeah, really close. Yeah, not far from there. Yeah, it
I
was lovely.
I got to Valencia and I was in Barcelona and Madrid.
Mhm.
Believe it or not, I like Madrid better than I did Barcelona, but it was.
Madrid's okay until it's August, and then it's horrible. July
Yeah.
and August, it's
Why the heat?
too
Why is it
oppressive.
bad in August?
It's just, well, it's highland and it's really hot and it's just really unpleasant there because there's no breeze or anything. It's just like really, really hot all the time. And yeah, it's just loads of concrete, so it just bounces off and burns you.
Well, I'm glad you told me. That's where the Roman theater and all is.
Yeah, there's some beautiful places near Madrid. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
She
Well,
was down
But there's a
south.
lot of Roman stuff
She's
in
a little
Spain too.
darker down south.
Yeah, I was in the south. I've been all over Spain though. Yeah, I've
Oh my
traveled.
God, that sounds like really good fun. So, well, what do you think about the change in format? Zara,
Well,
I was telling people that I'm not moving anywhere. I'm
I
not
kind
going
of came in
anywhere.
late, so I didn't hear what you'd
Well,
said,
I was
Joe.
just telling people that I'm not moving anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. The format has changed, and I was telling people like I don't want to hear what people have said and how they're dragging because that's not the atmosphere over here. And so I don't want to push that old furniture into a new place. We got new furniture, and we're gonna leave the old furniture where it is.
Mhm.
We love it, but it's just we have done renovations to the home, and so we've done some new stuff. I don't plan to leave any place.
I don't
Why?
think you need to. I don't
Yeah,
think
my
you
thing
need
is that
to.
the format has changed, and so some of the things some of the people want to talk about,
Well,
it's not feasible over here.
I get what you're saying, but like when it comes to you, I feel like you're one of the people in this area of YouTube that kind of you're original, like you don't really rely on anyone else, if you know what I mean. You can kind of create content on your own. You don't need to rely on what's going on even. You can just come and talk. And so I don't really think it would be a bad thing. You know, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, basically. But you're very versatile, so I don't see it being a problem.
Well, I might have to watch this Kojic pre-show because I might have a review on it.
Do a bit of that, yeah. I'm watching UK Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother at the moment, and it's really interesting. It's just started. It's like the 3rd episode, I think, today. Mickey Rourke's in it, and he's causing a stir. He's quite for the LGBT, community. He is causing a bit of a stir because he's been a bit inappropriate, but I don't think he means to be hugely, offensive. I think he just doesn't like the one person.
Wow, but you know what though? Just don't like the person, but
I think so.
don't marginalize or ridicule the whole community.
Yeah,
Just don't
and
like that
the
person.
things he said were inappropriate, but it was very marginal. Like he kind of said, I'm going for a fag. Well, in England, that means I'm going for a cigarette. And then he turned around to, Jojo Siwa.
What was that?
Jojo Siwa. She's like this children's entertainer on YouTube.
An influencer. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he turned around to her and went, I'm not talking to you. And like, it was kind of like, it
But
was
we
very
know what that
light.
is,
It wasn't
but
like,
the mere
it
fact
wasn't,
you turned around and said, I'm not talking to you, then you knew that what you were doing because again,
yeah,
a lot of people some people, no, a lot of people in America may not know the lingo and
yeah,
really to know what that is,
yeah.
but but
He
yeah,
does.
yeah, he
And
does.
so, and he'd already asked her about sexuality and things like that. And I feel like, people go through enough without you doing that sort of thing. And I don't think he realizes the hurt, but I don't think he realized how horrible it was what he said to her, really. You know what I mean? And I think people were telling him, and then he kind of woke up to it, and he did apologize for it, which was good. And it seemed genuine. So I'm letting him off at this point, but if he keeps it up, then I won't. Because there's somebody from RuPaul's Drag Race in there, and he's been really close to them and like talking to them, and there's no problem or anything. He's been really, it seems genuine. I think he just doesn't like Jojo Siwa, to be honest.
Don't like the person, but guys, don't.
Yeah, he didn't have to say that. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
hold on a minute. So, Faithful Wisdom. Pardon me for a minute, Zara. Faithful Wisdom. Is it on YouTube now?
I don't know. I'm catching it on English TV at the moment. My mom told me
I was
to
asking
watch
Faithful
it.
Witness about Faithful Wisdom about the Kojic situation.
Oh, I haven't heard about it yet. So
okay. So Faithful Wisdom. Oh, it's on YouTube now. Well, look, you all. I really want to give my opinion on what I'm gonna see in a couple of minutes. So I'm gonna look at this preview at the Kojic.
Can you put the link on your wall so I can check it out, Jay?
I am. So I'm gonna do that. But let me say this. I want to give Zara, Tulsa, thank you for sharing that with us today, though, because I didn't know that was the cause of the financial burden. See, people call it financial burden and then they want to talk about it, but they don't understand that they're the cause of it. Shame on them. I mean, I just think that it worked out in the end, but unfortunately you had to go through that, and no one should, because it's not done in the right spirit. And then I want to thank Mama Fifi for coming up here and telling her story, her testimony. And I mean, Tulsa has a testimony as well. And so I just thank all of the people under new management for coming up. And let me say this. I thank you all for supporting me. Thank you for coming over with this change, because it's very different from the cussing you out and da. It's very different. And I know it's different, but it's changed.
Can I say, Jay, something though? We support. I can't talk for everyone, but I think most of us just support you. whatever you do, we're going to be there. I think that anyway.
I appreciate that, and I think Tulsa. I know people talking about something with Tulsa. I know y'all don't like Tulsa, but one thing I do know Tulsa is going to be Tulsa. So if Tulsa goes out and talks about me and say I had some skid marks in my drawers, baby, it is what it is. I'm not gonna get mad at that because I know Tulsa. Again, I have been telling you all to know Tulsa is to know Tulsa. And if you don't know Tulsa, then you will always be mad because that's what Tulsa does. Now, I'm gonna leave it at that. If you don't get that, I don't know if you ever gonna get it. Yeah, crazy people. I am leaving because I want to see this Kojic thing, and because I gotta spend some time with my animal. So I appreciate you all. Hit that like. I thank you all for coming over. I will be back later on tonight though, because I'm gonna watch this Kojic extravaganza that they are pulling over there. So I'm gonna watch it, and I'll be back. But y'all, thank you all for coming over, and I will be talking. Queen Tulsa, if I come on, if you ain't on, come on over.
Okay, I will. All right,
All right.
I'm about to go live now and let everybody know that we are good and all that good stuff.
All right, have a good one, y'all.
All
right.
right.
See you
Y'all
in a
have a
bit.
nice evening. I'm coming over, Toast.